Hi everyone, this is Gretchen with Eileen Studios. I have a new album to share with you today. This is called the Night Sky album, and I named it that because of the paper collection I used. The paper collection is actually called Moonflower Magic by Craftsmart, and I picked it up from Michael's not too long ago. It was one of their hot buy pads, so it was a good deal. And because of the way I decorated, I actually only used half the pad, so there's plenty more paper to use, and if you want to decorate it differently than I do, you have a lot of selection there. And this is my cover. As you can see, I haven't embellished it yet because I'm planning on putting a photo here, but I don't know if that's the exact photo size I'm going to use. So this is just a temporary photo mat I have here. But once I add that, I can embellish the album cover a little more. I pieced the spine, and then I just use this beautiful paper for the back. So, if you know me, you know I take a lot of photographs. So I like albums with a lot of room for photos, and this one certainly fits the bill. So this is one of the large design motifs in the paper pack, so the size of the album allowed me to use that without cutting into the design too much. And this album has two different page designs. I have 4 hinges, so 8 pages altogether, one on each side. And like I said, there are 2 page designs, so I did 4 of each. Some of them are mirror image. But the tutorial has step-by-step directions for making them each direction. So you can mix and match your album to make all of the same pages, make some of one and some of the other, however you want to customize your album. So this is the first page design, and it flips up, and this is another flipping pocket, and that goes to the right there, and the pocket has an insert, and that flips up, and it flips up again. And then you can just slip this back into the pocket and pull this back down. As we turn the page, you'll see the second page design. And again, these are the 2 mirror images. And this has a magnet closure here. You open it up. And then you open it again. And this flips to the right. And then it opens one more time. And then on the other side, again, the magnet closure, and flips open, flip again, flip to the left, and then flips open. So you can see the large pages allow you to put these big, beautiful design motifs in them. So this paper collection was perfect for this album because it had several pieces that had these large motifs, but then it had a lot of these smaller design papers to put in the smaller spaces, so it was just perfect. And as we turn again, this is back to the first page design, and we have 2 that are mirror image of each other. Don't worry about this paper. These white mats are just temporary photo mats for me, and this one in the corner didn't get tacked down too well, which is why it crumpled when I put the pages together. But let me explain my thinking on this. So these represent where the photos will be, and I just used a repositionable glue stick, and actually I'll show you which one I used. It's an Elmer's washable school glue stick, and you see it says here repositionable. And so usually I just tack in the corners, and then you can remove the paper, and then I will replace the paper with a photo when I get ready to put the photos in my album. Alternatively, while I'm decorating the album, if I don't have a photo I want to put in this spot, I again can just move the paper and put another piece of my pattern paper in its place. And I don't have to worry about the fact that I made all these spaces for photos and a photo has to go there. It can be easily replaced. I like to do this. Some people like to put the white in permanently, and you are welcome to do that if you like the white border and then you cut your photo a little smaller and you keep the white border in there. It's a beautiful look, but I don't like the extra weight. Like I said, I put a lot of photos in my album and they are very thick and very heavy. So that makes the book bulkier. So if I replace these white papers, it's just one less layer. But you can do whichever method you prefer. So let me pull this down a little because, as you might remember, this page flips up. And on this page, this has the large motif too, but I can also put a photo here in the blank space. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds with this paper here. And again, this flips to the side, and I use some of the pocket card type items in the paper collection. And this is another one here, and a little journaling spot. And we can flip up and up again. Now, as you notice on this one, for the most part, I tried to leave an 1/8 inch space all around my photos. And I could have here too. I could have put my photo mat right up in the corner and then put a thin strip around it, and I can move this one here or on this side or up. There's a lot of things you can do, and by using that repositionable glue, it allows you to play around with your layouts a little bit. But I decided this border wasn't so big that it wouldn't look good with just the two photos highlighted. Now, when I put those photos in, I may decide to throw a strip of decorative paper in there. But for now, I just decided on this layout. And I did that on all of these inserts, just for some consistency. However, on all the other pages, I try to mix up the layouts a bit to give you some different ideas of different size photos you can use, different ways you can lay out the page to make them look interesting. You know, on some pages there's more decorative paper and less photos, some have more photos and less decorative paper. I just wanted to give you a variety of ideas when you're laying out your album. And again, we've got this. And this paper had some nice journaling spots in it, so I was sure to include that. I also thought, while I was designing it, and I didn't do this, but I had picked out some solid colored cardstock. Let me go back to that in a minute. Let me just show you. See, we've got the mirror image here, and the two pages flip out. So anyway, I just had picked out some solid colored cardstock that coordinated with this paper collection, and I thought maybe what I would do is put them in a few spots to have more journaling areas. Now, I did not end up including them because I just had fun playing with the decorative paper, and then there were spots, like this one is decorative paper, but it certainly can be used as a journaling spot because it's, you can easily write on that, and then, you know, the ones that came in the paper. So I thought there were enough spots there that I didn't need to add more, but if you are a big journaler and you do want more of those spots, there's another idea for you. So here's our magnet closure again, and our flip. And again, this is another paper where a picture or two would look nice on top of this paper. And this could be a journaling spot, or you could even cut a picture in a circle to fit in that moon image. That would be interesting looking. Now, if you don't have enough room for your photos in this album, I also made this into a pocket here. So I just put glue on the two sides of this paper, and it's a packet. So then I made a mat, photo mat, that could slip right in here. So if the pages aren't big enough for you for all your photos, there's an opportunity to add a few more that way. And we open once again. And the mirror image on this side. Open, open, and again, here's another page where I put turn the paper into a little pocket here and just made two little photo mats to slide right in there. Gave the album a little more interaction. And oops, I didn't flip there. One more. And the last page. Flips up. Flips to the side. And then this comes out. Flips up and up again. So you can see there's a ton of room for photos, but there's also plenty of room to decorate. If you want to focus more on the paper, and you can certainly just put big sheets of paper like I did on some of the pages, or you can go with this style, which is the photo mats with the smaller pieces surrounding it. It's kind of a puzzle to me, and I love puzzles, so I have a lot of fun figuring out how those all fit together. And as you could see here between the pages, the hinges are rather large, so I decorated those as well to just give you more interest between the pages. And you could make this album smaller by adding more pages, more hinges. You could, did I say smaller? You can make it smaller by making less pages, or bigger by making more pages, of course. And I added, turn it this way and see if you could see. With the black it's a little dark, but I did do a 1/2 inch. I wonder if a 1/2 inch gusset. So anyway, hopefully you can see here, there is definitely no alligator mouth. There's plenty of room for your photos. I did not embellish the album yet because I do like to put my photos in and then see where I want to put embellishments. So, and this paper was so beautiful, it didn't really need more highlighting. But there's plenty of room in here with the wider gussets that you can fill it up and still have room to work with. I do hope you like this album. I will put a link to the tutorial in the description below. It will be available in my Etsy shop. And please give me a thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed it. I would really appreciate it. And I hope you have fun crafting and come back and visit again. Thanks so much. Bye.